What's going on, people? So, gonna do one of these lives real quick. Somebody, I don't remember what their name was, they made a comment on the last live I did, which was a little over 24 hours ago. The comment and the live, actually. And they were like, hey, one of these days I'm gonna catch one of these. I'm like, well, you gotta be quick, right? I mean, honestly, it's not worth the effort, in my opinion. But the thing is, for anyone who's curious, right? I'll take a little thumbnail picture real quick, and then I'll sit down and I'll start making the live thing. And whatever time it is, I just round up to the next top of the hour, and that's what I set the live for. But as long as it takes me to like get all the stuff typed up, which is usually only like a couple minutes, then making sure I have everything out like I need it, then I just start it. So that's why there's like so little time between when I like the advertisement goes out and when I actually start it. And then they tend to not last a long time either because I like to just get in, get out. Because why drag it on? I mean, even this is a little like excessive to me right now. So I'm gonna shut up and go ahead and open this box. But that's just why most people miss the lives. Just saying that to anybody who's curious about like, man, how do I keep missing these? It's because of, well, by design, honestly. But they're still there later, and part of the upside to me not really sitting here and dragging them out is that they only take as long as they're supposed to. I get some people like to sit down and say, hey, take the Cody Rhodes approach. Let's see what people want to talk about, and then talk about that. I get my agenda, I deal with it, and then I move on. This is a Yeezy 380 box. Almost dropped it, didn't quite. On the side there, you see that? Yes, size 10, right? I bought a pair of these before in a size 9.5. They fit okay, right? But Yeezy sizing can be a little weird. So I thought maybe if they ever have another pair that's like decent, I'll give it a shot at a 10. Well, as time goes on, sometimes your standards just get kind of low and you just don't care anymore. And you're just like, you know what? I'm going to pick up this pair of highlights and see how that works out. So here we are doing that, right? Man, it is normally like I wouldn't be doing these lives so late, but I told myself I was going to do it today, right? And even though it's now technically like after midnight, it's not yesterday anymore, but I'm still doing it. But let me go ahead and take this thing out real quick just to see if there's like much of a size difference, because that's a thing that I'm not a huge fan of. Sometimes I'll see stuff and say, oh, you got to go up to half a size. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Because the thing is, for me, I don't like shoes to look bigger than they might already look on me, right? Because I stay in the same size. The shoes are the only thing that changes. So anyway, I'll get to that in a second. This right here, kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, the Adidas Yeezy Boost 380 and the hylite colorway, right? So it's got some kind of like just a bunch of vomit colors, basically. That's what this looks like some sort of alien vomit just happened on top of this shoe, and some gray, and some gray. So let's go ahead and knock this thing on out. Actually, real quick, let me see if there happen to be other laces in here, because sometimes they come with the. No, there's not. Actually, there is. Because sometimes when you see shoes that come with like the infinity laces, they do have other ones in there, which I feel like I may have overlooked because these were deep under the paper in the box. I feel like in other reviews I may have said that there weren't additional laces. Maybe there actually were. They're going to be the same style, just they have laces or they have tips instead of like this infinity nonsense going on here. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I said it before, the highlight colorway, right? Yeezy 380, remember that? Yeah, cool. Down across the bottom, that's what you're looking at. Same sort of thing as you saw on the outsole from the side, right? Just down there, and a little bit of boost peeking through in the different pieces. So then looking at it from the side, same thing as you saw already multiple times. I'm not going to dwell on it. As you get down in there, I believe this is a prime knit upper, but it doesn't feel like the prime knit of the past, which was really nice, like on the earlier Ultra Boost, like the 1 through 4 or 5, or 1 through 4 and the 19, I should say. This, it just kind of sucks a little bit, right? But it is what it is. And then on the side out here, you have kind of like that same plasticky stuff that you'll see on a lot of the 350s. Got a little bit of that on the inside too. The only difference being the colors, right? Here it's a little dim and whatnot. Here it's all slightly more vibrant. I don't know how this is coming off in the camera or whatever, But at least for me, showing it from like how I'm seeing it, it looks pretty decent. Though honestly, it looks like this connection might just be like completely garbage for some odd reason. Not sure what that's all about right now. But either way, so that's what's going on here. And like I said, you got the infinity laces happening at the top, right? So there's that piece of it. And one thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the way they do the top section, like where your ankle goes and all that stuff, because it's very snug and it's kind of like just feels weird. I mean, maybe it won't feel so bad in these. I don't know, but again, the last pair I had was a 9.5, so different factors go into it. So there is that piece of it, right? So go ahead and turn this thing off to see if that helps at all. Not sure why, because like this is the only thing that's online right now. The phones aren't, tablet isn't, other computer isn't. But either way, so sizing wise, like I said, this one's a 9.5, this one's a 10. They're not looking all that different, you know, like up next to each other. So that's a good thing because, like I said, I don't like when the shoes start looking too big, and these already have an odd look to them. So I'm going to slip this thing on real quick, see how this thing works out. And this is feeling pretty all right, so that's good, right? But the other thing is also, like I've said before about certain other models, sometimes it can be the materials, because when you look at this, it is one of those things that has like the layers in it, kind of like the MX series, like the MX Ode, MX Rock, MX Dark Salt, that sort of thing. And that's just like in general for all the 380s. So you would think that that might kind of have a play in how snug they feel, but I don't know. I mean, I'd say like they're all probably going to be the same universally. Like, but when I noticed that on the 350s, I did try to bring it up. But either way, so yeah, the 10 is feeling pretty decent, though. Honestly, like right now, I can't really call it because I'm wearing some pretty thin socks, so it's not really like the best thing. I had on some Ultra Boost Uncaged earlier, which are very snug fit. I like it a lot. It's snug in the right ways, you know, because it's like the older Prime Knit. But anyway, so yeah, these right here, I'll wear these around later, and then I'll tell you how they feel at some point in like a review or whatever. But just from wearing these, I didn't think they were that great, right? I truly did not. But that's just me, you know, and that's just compared to other shoes or whatever. It is what it is. Not everything's going to be winners. But let me check something out real quick here, because yeah, even this pair feels like somewhat okay with these socks on. And that's like a thing that I say often is if you just wear different types of socks, that can help the fit quite a bit, either thicker or thinner, whatever you need. So there's going to be that. From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Sneaker Crew Club says hello to you too. So yeah, hey, that's all I got for you because it's late and you know I'm not going to start a conversation now. You know what I'm saying? Though I did possibly just miss your message. I just now saw it. And then there's Amy. Hello to you. Good morning, evening, night, whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and move on from this because I just wanted to open these things up, see what's going on with them. And now that I see what's going on with them, I can move on and I'll knock out this review. I'll knock it out. I don't know when. I honestly have no idea. I need to look at my little review schedule thing. You know, try to stay somewhat organized. Thanks for showing up, people. There's other stuff to do, though. I think Homegrown Cakes is live talking about shoes or something. Sounds about right. So maybe go over there, check that out, see what he's talking about. Or you could just like watch some Adult Swim. That's usually what I'd be doing right about now, like reruns of American Dad, Rick and Morty, Family Guy, perhaps. Maybe not. I don't know. Something. Bob's Burgers? Whatever. So yeah, I'm going to go do that. Thanks again for showing up. I do appreciate it. Even though the video looked like it was trash or whatever, connection-wise. Whatever. It's alive. Who cares? Later, people.